Hello and welcome to the second part of this video series on SAP HANA data protection using HPE and Commvault. My name is Anshul Nagori. I am a worldwide technical marketing engineer with HPE Storage, and today we are going to talk about SAP HANA data snapshots using HPE and Commvault. Let's begin. In the previous video, we saw how Commvault enables streaming backups for SAP HANA data and logs using the backend API. While these backups offer complete data protection, the time taken to perform a backup and a restore can go up to several hours depending on the size of the database, the amount of changes that happen between two backups, and the available bandwidth on the underlying network. Commvault solves this problem using the IntelliSnap technology. On one hand, it integrates with SAP HANA to achieve application consistency, and on the other hand, it integrates with HPE GreenLake for block storage to take storage snapshots. Application consistency in SAP HANA is achieved using the prepare and confirm statements. In between these two steps, Commvault instructs the underlying storage array to take snapshot of the data volume. This creates a successful entry in the SAP HANA backup catalog. This entry can then be used at a later point of time to restore the SAP HANA instance to a desired state. The biggest advantage of this approach is that HPE GreenLake for block storage takes just a few seconds to snapshot the data volume, and this is independent of the size of the database. This reduces the backup and restore durations and hence the recovery point and time objectives. The second advantage of this approach is that Commvault can move these snapshots from HPE GreenLake for block storage to HPE Store Once, which offers industry-leading source-side deduplication. Commvault automates the entire backup lifecycle of an SAP HANA instance using the IntelliSnap as well as streaming backups technology for data as well as logs. Now let's take a look at a demo of this technology. This is the same SAP HANA instance as we saw in the previous video. To start with IntelliSnap, we first create a plan. We select Server Backup, give a plan a name, and click on Add to add the Store Once Catalyst store as its destination. The next step is to add the underlying HPE storage array so that Commvault can start taking snapshots on it. So you click on Infrastructure, click on Arrays, click the Add button, and in the Snap Vendor drop-down list, we select HPE Storage as the option. I need to give the array name and the IP address or host name as the control host. I also need to mention the credentials for logging into the array. Then we select the Commvault server as the media agent and click Next. Again, keep everything else to default and save this configuration. The next step is to go to the database and start taking snapshots. So we select the database, we need to add a subclient to it which will enable IntelliSnap backups. So I click on Add Subclient, give it a name, we select the plan that we just created, that's HANA_snaps, and click on OK. This links the plan to the database. Next, we enable snapshot management by selecting HPE Snap Engine. We select the HANA server as the access node for snapshots. And the last step is to select the database and click on Backup. This starts an IntelliSnap backup for the SAP HANA instance. You can see the job details, and from the command line, you can even look at the logs where the initial global INI parameters are getting set. This is a one-time operation, and any subsequent IntelliSnap backup starts with a command right away. You can verify this from the SAP HANA Cockpit or Studio screen by going to the backup catalog and refreshing it. Here we can see a snapshot backup in progress, which will take just a few seconds to complete. And after a while, if you just refresh the screen, you'll see the snapshot backup is in completed state. This is how you can take an IntelliSnap backup with Commvault and HPE for any given SAP HANA instance. In summary, HPE and Commvault offer a holistic solution to protect SAP HANA using backend-based streaming backups and snapshot-based IntelliSnap backups. These two technologies enable you to get a low RPO and RTO for your environment, and thus giving you the ultimate ability to run your businesses efficiently. To know more about joint offerings from Commvault and HPE, reach out to your Commvault or HPE representative today. And if you found this video useful, hit the like button and subscribe to the HPE channel on YouTube. Thanks for watching.